Top of morning, letters. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Dark Magician Girl Was in My Hero Academia. So sit down and buckle in because it's gonna be one crazy ride. So, yeah. And sorry for missing 3 days of videos. Okay, I was letting my brain rest. Okay. So, in this what if, the is going to be like, instead of having like dark magician girl using like magic thing, it will be her quirk. And yeah. And yeah. She kind of has this vibe that I want to like, because remember in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX where Dark Magician Girl was like loves Cyrus or vice versa. I forget his name. The Jaden Yugi's his friend. Sai, I think that's what his name is. I wanted to explore that. So, yeah. But in this what if, her crush is, I know this is going to be one weird, like, thing, is going to be, here, let me turn them, is going to be Zuko Midoriya. She has a crush on him. Every time every time she sees him, she has like those eyes. So yeah. Basically, the yeah. So yeah. So let's begin. Her, like, of course, she loved him. Or let's begin with like, her parents were like, or actually, let's begin with a backstory of what this world is gonna be. So, in this world, there was not a such thing as a ability. There's quirks, but not like ability. So they don't know what abilities are. Or they do, but they just like, no one heard of anyone was born with an ability instead of like a quirk. That all changed when Zuko came along. So, let's begin. So, and I'm also adding Zumi into this what if. So, Zuko's his brother. So, Zuko and Zumi Zuko was born with ability not just one ability. He has two abilities. That's super legendary rare in this universe that Yeah. As the when growing up, Dark Magician Girl, whom or yeah, her, her, she ends up going to visits with him every single day, and she has this deep, dark vibe, like love interest in Zuko. Every time she sees him, the that. So when Zuko, so that yeah, that will change when Zuko and Zumi went to the Quark Doctor at age of 4. They went to there, and the Quark Doctor looked at Zumi first and told her that she has a quirk of fire manipulation. And I almost forgot that Zuko actually does have a quirk. So, yeah. He has a quirk and the abilities to that's super legendary rare. So, yeah. So, Zuko, or the Quirk Doctor looks over at Zuko and tells him that he doesn't have a quirk. Of course, the Quirk Doctor lied to him. So then his parents, or actually he thought in his head of, the, this is what he thought of, his childhood friend and her would have ended up being brokenhearted. Like tears up and yeah. Well, funny enough, she did not care if he was quirkless or had a quirk or ability. So, his parents got rid of him. So he went into the forest. He's reflecting. But then, during the sob, or after he was done regaining his. But then he turns around, he sees a big buff guy. You know which one. Gargantuan Machia. In the Haraway Mountain things. As Gargantuan Machia went over, like ran over to him as he's about to kill Zuko Midoriya. But something stopped him in his tracks. As Zuko asked what, hence, as he looks down at Zuko's, or actually Zuko looks at his right hand. As what he had in his hand was Gargantuan Machia's heart inside of his left hand, or right hand, sorry, right hand. As Gargantuan Machia looked at himself, like in his chest, as he's trying to find where his heart is, as he's crying. I mean, As Zuko looks at it, then look at himself. As he's wondering what just happened. Because his body reacted. No, actually his power reacted. But when of course Gargantuan Machia looked at Zuko, um um yeah, and he had a keen eye, like basically he could remember, like he can remember as he looks at Zuko. And of course, the Quirk Doctor did try to call the, yeah, and Zuko was sitting down. As he's trying to process what just happened. He didn't mean to kill a guy. But then he looks up. Wait, are you still alive? As he looks at Gargantuan Machia, as he says, yeah. But how? That's impossible. Normally a person's heart, when it gets out of their body, they die. As he sits down too, thinking, yeah, that's weird. I should have been dead, but did All For One give me a quirk that I can never die? Him? No, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. That's not right. So then he placed placed Gargantuan Machia's heart in Zuko's, or in his backpack. Because he is still wrapping his brain around it. As a old man in a white suit walks up. And guess who it is? Always put Dr. Someone. Yeah. This guy. Aha. As he says, interesting. Zuko Midoriya. I knew that as he tells Zuko that you actually have a power. You have a power. Or just awoken inside you. You have two abilities. What does that mean? Well, my green-haired friend, the abilities is like life. You can, because you have two powers, but they're not just ordinary abilities, like super strength or super speed. No, no, no. You have the powers of infinity and zero, the most legendary powers. And you used one of them on the Gigantron Machia. You took his heart. And yes, it's because of you, Zuko. It's not gonna kill him. Think about him as breathing without a heart. Did you make him immortal or something? No. You, who are immortal, Zuko. I know you try to wrap your brain around it. But with your powers, and plus also, you do have a quirk that's really legendary rare. I never seen a person born with a quirk and the abilities at the same time. So now, and yours is called flame absorption, or actually fire manipulation, just like your sister. So, but you, with your powers, you can change your quirk into anything that's at any time. So, how about let us train? And so at this point, All for One doesn't even know that the Quirk Doctor is training Zuko. So the Quirk Doctor ends up training Zuko so much that, because with powers of infinity and zero, Zuko's, because every second that's like, imagine him laying on, like, being on Depressor, like I forget the thing's called, where anime characters, like Saitama compressing two black holes. Well, Zuko's, every second that he's on there, his body, instead of a normal, like, workout routine, his body starts to, like, basically is way more buffed, like getting buffer and taller. Yes. Just imagine in your head, just imagine if, you know how this guy, he's like buffed up and, using his quirk. Well, Zuko at this point is really, really stronger. As he looks at Gigantron Machia, as Gigantron Machia sees Zuko as the most powerfulest being, because it used to be that Zuko used to be actually Gigantron Machia used to look at All for One or looks up to All for One. Hun. But now with Zuko, he got changed from All for One to like Zuko's. Like respect Zuko so much. So, yeah. Plus, Zuko still has, like, Maki as his heart. So, yeah. So, when Zuko... There was... He jumps around. Or, so, time skip to 15. Yeah. So, let's say... Okay, so... Let's do a math. So... At age of 4... After his parents abandoned him, then he meets Gantrin Makia and meets him him and the Quark Doctor, and so then the time skip to 15. So that was gonna be 11 years ago. So during all that time, Zuko trained his body, but one day, at age of 15, he noticed there's a change in his body. As the Quark Doctor looks in deep, and Zuko's was strapped down in the, like, one of those beds. But not like getting experimented on, but just the Quark Doctor is interested, as they didn't realize. What's going on with him? Well, as the Quark Doctor says, his powers and his quirk is fusing together, and it's having painful process. Like his body is, he's trying to, not resist, but it's painful process. So his body fused with it. So, but now, so let's go back, or let's go over to Dark Magician Girls. So, she was kind of sad that she hasn't seen Zuko in, 11 years, as she didn't forget about him. Her heart is still with him. Not literally. Not like what Gandran Makia is. So, yeah, Zuko's is... Dark Magician Girl who was walking and still talks to Zumi. Okay? And she tells her that I get so reminded of, or you always remind me of your brother. Maybe it's a hair color that I'm used to. Azumi Says, huh, yeah. But did you know that he's quirkless? That he probably got himself killed by something. Don't you ever say that. And I know that the rest of you don't care. He's quirkless. But I care about him more than anyone. As she's like, says that with heart. Azumi's like, yeah. Yeah. As a shockwave. Because Zuko's his body and his soul and his quirk and powers were fusing together like hardcore. As everyone or all the electronics just went out and then turned back on after 5 minutes or 30 minutes. As they're like, what's going on? And then it goes off again for 30 minutes. Turns back on. As they're like, what's going on? First of all, as everyone's freaking out, like, oh crap, how, what's going on here? As everybody's panicking, as they're like, even pro heroes are like, wait, what's going on here? And plus, every shockwave that Zuko emitting, it caused different effects. Like one knocked the electricity out for 60 minutes. One. Then the next wave came in and like it makes everyone's bodies just hits the floor for 30 minutes. Like knocking them out. Then as they're trying to find what's doing this. As the Quark Doctor Hunger's trying to calm Zuko down. As he tells him that Kaiken Tramakia tells Zuko, tells the Quark Doctor that, like, what's going on with it? Well, because the quirk and the abilities and the Zuko's soul and his entire body is fusing at hardcore. So it's causing him to have it's causing shockwaves. As dinosaurs come out of nowhere and starts attacking people, and then they gone for 30 minutes, and then everybody's quirks were went haywired for 30 minutes. Yeah. I did my calculations. So 60 plus 30 plus 30, yeah. And the Quark Doctor Zuko's is trying to, like, as the Quark Doctor says, you can make it. And Me. Come on. Hun. Come on, Zuko. Oh. You can't pull through. And Zuko, yeah. So, hold on just 1 minute. So, sorry about that. Yeah. So, peace out, y'all. Please wait for part 2 to be filmed. Peace.